Our continuing coverage of the Patrick Frazee murder trial in Cripple Creek, the first full day of witness testimony showed a clear approach from prosecutors, focusing on his unusual behavior around the time of that presumed murder.
From suspicious conversations as businesses to faking text messages using Barrett's phone, our Sam Kramer has sat in on every minute of the trial. He is in Teller County.
Well, around a dozen or so witnesses taking the stand today, and one thing was clear: the prosecution trying to push a message that Patrick Frazee's behavior, and thus the scheme he plotted to act as Kelsey Barrett, it all was out of the ordinary. They used some neighbor surveillance footage to show that he spent a lot of time at Kelsey Barrett's home on November 22nd, the day they believe he killed Barrett. They say he acted strangely in town, asking a Verizon store if someone could look back and check for information on a phone that had already been destroyed. He also talked to a manager at the End Credit Union about wanting to lock down his account and see some surveillance of him from November 22nd going into an ATM. We also got an inside look at really the beginning of this investigation. Some of the officers that were first involved took this stand. They said when they first went into Kelsey Barrett's townhome, they really weren't looking for any signs to show forensic evidence. They were looking instead for signs of a disturbance, something to show that maybe there was an assault or something, even a suicide, but they didn't see any of that. Remember, it was Kelsey's brother Clint who first spotted the blood on the rim of the toilet that turned this investigation from missing person to homicide. He said he only noticed it because he was sitting on the toilet looking down at his phone on Facebook. That's when he saw it. Just walking into the bathroom, you wouldn't see it. It was a very emotional moment for him on the stand today, obviously dealing with the loss of a loved one. So while the prosecutor is pushing that narrative, the defense obviously pointing out the fact that a lot of this evidence is circumstantial, does not directly tie Frazee to that crime. He could act suspicious, but that doesn't mean he is responsible for Barrett's death. We expect that narrative to continue. Of course, it will come to its peak when Crystal Kenny takes the stand, whenever that happens in this trial. For now, always watching out for you, Southern Colorado, I'm Sam Kramer, News 5.
Sam, thank you. And testimony will resume tomorrow morning with a forensic expert from the DA's office who extracted surveillance photos from Barrett's neighbor to show Frazee spending a lot of time at Barrett's home on Thanksgiving Day.